Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to make a little beginner's guide for After Effects and just explain to you guys what After Effects is if you want to start with After Effects or if you already started and you're still having troubles. So yes, let me just get started. Okay, so what we have here is our project panel. Basically here we find our clips, our scene packs, or like our audios, whatever you add, pictures. Then we have our, next to it we have our effect controls, which is for our effects and where we adjust them. So above them we have our little tool section, which we have the selector tool, hand tool, zoom tool, and so on. And then on the right we have our little workspace, which we have our effects and presets here. I just typed in Twixtor, my bad. And then like whatever we find here, like our preview, our line, and so on. Okay, then down here then we have oh my gosh, I'm sorry. Then we have our timeline, where you find your clips, or like basically where you're gonna be finding and editing, where you're gonna just be spending half your time on. And then we have our motion blur, frame blending, shy mode, and so on. And of course the most important thing, the graph editor. So I hope I explained all. Of course here we have the little ratio, like for example, you can also zoom in, but for example sometimes I would be zooming too much. You would just click on it and just fit to 100%. Your resolution, you can do full, half, third, or quarter, but that does not mean your preview is going to be the same. Okay, just let me explain. So for example, if you have this on full, which I always do, your edit is not going to be on full unless it's on auto. So
you want to do this preview settings, you want to do quarter, because it just goes faster. Your preview would not load for 10 minutes, okay? Just do quarter. No, the edit is not going to be that quality at the end, just trust me.
So for composition, let's create a new composition, and we click here and then composition settings, and then you name your composition, which is the name of your edit, or for example I made it tot because I'm making a tutorial. So then copy my settings. So basically I have preset here, my preset is custom, and width and height I have 1080 by 1080, but basically this is for the size of your edit. For example, if you want to make it a square or a landscape, for the landscape you have to unclick this box because I'm pretty sure it's checked. Just uncheck the box and change it from 1080, the width change it to 1920, and it should be landscape. Or you can also do 1650. It just depends. You can also switch up the numbers and have it like TikTok size. I don't know. For me, I like 1080 by 1080. Then we have the pixel ratio. I have square pixels, and then my frame rate is always 60, just because I like my edits in 60. And for TikTok it's good. So yes. And then you have your duration and stuff. So this is how long you want your edit to be, but I'm going to show you guys a little shortcuts. And then advanced, this is for your motion blur. The shutter angle is very important. I don't think I ever changed these. I think I'm talking too fast. I don't think I ever changed these, but yes, that's just my settings. That's how I like them. Okay, so then let's start adding, I think, or like, first of all let's do this. Basically the preview is, just copy the preview, okay? Frame rate, it should be auto, always -60. And as I said, resolution should be quarter. I don't use the other things. Sometimes when I'm lazy and I want my edit to be a little faster, I would check the catch before playback, but usually I don't. So now let's add our first clip. I already have mine, but I'm just gonna do it for you guys again. Either you right click on your project panel and you import, you go to import and file for one file or multiple files. It will automatically open up your whatever you have.
Oh my god, bro.
Oh hell no, man. What the fuck, man?
Like your file explorer. Let's say I want to add this. You just double click it and automatically it will add. So let's get started. How do I add a video here. So I'm going to be explaining also how to cut clips, just because as a beginner I remember that I did not know how to do that and it was time consuming. So how I would do it, and I think assume like a few people also do it, is you guys drag your file to this composition, to your timeline, and then you just move it just like that, because that's what I was doing. But you know, there's an easier way. So you can double click on your clip and then just see this blue thing is called your time indicator or time marker in this case. So you just take it and you just drag it to the clip that you want to choose. For example, I'm just going to use Lisa, and what I would do now is just click the set in point for the beginning, because I want my clip to begin here. For the end, I never do that, just because I can just just split the clip in my composition. But you can also just set out, and now you click on your clip and you drag it back here. That's how easy it is. So again, let me do again. You just double click on your clip. It will open up a new footage, and just take your time indicator and just move it. And if you want, for example, if you have like a 40-minute scene pack or something, you can use these two things. Right now for you it looks like this, but if you want it to be like smaller, you just drag it just like that, and you can just drag it to the point that you want your clip. Okay, let's say I want to just use these clips of Lisa. You can also drag the little blue line if you want to. And I would just click on set in point, close it, and then just drag the clip on top of the other where I want it to be, just like that. And as you guys can see, we already edited, but something is wrong. Why is it zoomed in like that? So for me, it's zoomed in just because I have 4K clips, but like also like sometimes it's just zoomed in. So let me explain to you guys how to fix that. So now you click on your clip and then press S on your keyboard, and this should pop up, scale. So right now what you want to do then is just click on the 100 and just drag it to the left and wait till it fits. For me it's just like this, and for example I want Lisa centered, and I'm just gonna move it like that. Just select it, or if you also make sure snapping is enabled, because if it wasn't, I would just be like accidentally I would be moving it out of frame, which we don't want that. Or you can also press P on your keyboard and then just drag it. So the left one is for left and right, and the right one is for up and down. So I'm just gonna adjust it like that. Gonna enable my snapping back on, and if you don't want to see the position anymore, just press U on your keyboard to close it. So then you drag your time indicator to where your clip ends, and you just split it. Either you split it by Ctrl-Shift-D, or you can just go here to edit and split layer. You can also like see the shortcuts for whatever you want to do, like split, yes, and then you click backspace for delete. Then I want to do the same thing for my other clip. As on my keyboard, I zoom out, gonna do 68, and then just move it just like that. Okay, now we have two clips, and also I want to mute them, so we just click on the sound, and if you don't want to see them, also just click on the eye, but we need that, so let's go. Okay, so these are my clips that I already edited. I'm just gonna click U on my keyboard so I don't see the effects. So now it's basically the raw clip, right? Okay, now follow me with this. Enable frame blending. Basically frame blending is you just double click on it. Like right now it's like this, you double click on it. Okay, so what we do next is we have our clips already, and the most important thing is pre-compose your clips, people. Please pre-compose your clips. I know it's annoying, like a lot of like my friends who started with After Effects, they always ask, why do I need to do that? Just do it, please, trust me. So you right click and just click pre-compose, and make sure these two are enabled. It should always be enabled, and just press OK. Now it should look like this, And do the same on here, right click, pre-compose. Okay, now that we have our clip, we're gonna add our effects, which I don't know if you guys have like the plugins, but I'm gonna be linking a server where I get my plugins from and my After Effects from. Like, I'm just gonna link it in the description if you guys want to download anything. They're safe, I get my stuff from there, so yes. Okay, next is you go to your effects and presets panel and let's add Twixtor. So you type in Twixtor, here it is. I use Twixtor Pro. You just drag it to your clip and then you have Twixtor and you're like, what the hell is that? Why does it look like that? Don't worry, I know it looks scary. So let's start with the FPS. So the FPS is really important in Twixtor if you want to use it, just because it depends on your clip. Like, it depends on the FPS of your clip, because if I leave it like that, my clip would look a little like not as smooth, like it will look a little glitchy. So what you want to do is you click on this arrow and then project to see your project, or you can also drag your control panel next to your project panel. I just don't like that, so I'm just gonna leave it like that. Just click on it and just go to project. And if you don't see the whole FPS, just drag your panel like that. So for example, I'm using this scene pack, and my frame rate, you can see the size is here and the frame rate is right next to it. So the frame rate, it says 23.978. You want to keep that in mind. You want to switch back and then you want to uncheck this box and then type in 23.978. I hope that's right. Oh my gosh. Yep, 23.978. Okay. But now we're not done. Just because we added Twixtor doesn't mean we're done. Okay, what we want to do next is I'm changing prep image to edge enhance, just because why not? And then blend to motion blend, and then inverse to inverse smart blend. That's my settings. Okay, now that we have that, we click on speed and we make the beginning, we make it 250 or even 300. I'm gonna do 300 for this one, and we go a few frames. Let's say 1 2 3 4 5 frames, and we make it 50. Also guys, I forgot, oh my god, I'm such a bad teacher. So click on the clock to add a keyframe, and then click U on your keyboard press U on your keyboard to open your keyframes. So these little diamonds are called keyframes. These are very important. Okay, now they look like diamonds, and then you can move your time indicator to the end. Let's say here, you add another keyframe, you click on like the diamond again, and then you go to the end, and then you make it 300 again. So right now it looks like this. It already looks pretty good, but it doesn't look amazing, so we want to of course make it look amazing. So next, what you want to do is select both keyframes like that. They should all be blue, and then right click, keyframe assistant, and then easy ease, or press F9. Now these diamonds turn into, I don't know, more diamonds. It should basically look like this. So yes, so next we're gonna go to our graph editor. So you want to select again all of your keyframes and go to your graph editor, the most important thing ever, your graph. Okay, right now you see your graphs looking like this, and if they don't look like this, make sure you go here and then click on edit volume graph. Okay, what you want to do next is, for example, I want my clip at the start, I want it a little faster, so I would put this up. You can copy my settings. I'm gonna also I think I'm gonna put my preset for this. I'm gonna put my preset for Twixtor in the description again, so just in case you guys want to use it. I want to make it quicker, so just like this. We see that at least it goes a little fast, and at the end I want to do it a little slower, so I would put this down. Let's see. Good, it looks pretty good. I would just change my, oh, I just want to change my little graph here just because I want to adjust it well. Okay, now we have this. Okay, so what you want to do next is of course enable motion blur too, because that's important, and save your project. Control S always. Okay, now that we have this, we can go ahead and copy our little Twixtor, just because if you do it once, you don't have to always do it on every clip. That's just time consuming. You click on the name Twixtor Pro, and then you Control C or you right click and copy. And you also paste it here. You Control V, or you can just paste it, but just paste it with Control V. Press U on your keyboard just to see if your keyframes are right. Mine are just a little bit not at the end, so I'm just gonna do that. And let's see how it looks. Okay, it looks like this in the background just because frame blending is on. I'm just gonna turn it off. And now it's gonna be fine again. It also happens if your clips have camera flashes. I would not turn on frame blending just because it would look a little weird. So if your clip has camera flashes, just don't do it. Right now it looks like this, and I'm pretty satisfied with the way it looks. So what we do next is press U on our keyboards and now add a transition. So let's start with a simple zoom, and that's what I would be doing today just because it's the beginner's guide and I hope I did not mess up at all. I'm trying, guys. Okay, click on your clip, and then we're gonna do this without plugins just in case you guys don't have plugins, and we're gonna do the other one with a plugin. So press S on your keyboard and add a keyframe for scale. Click on the little clock just like that, and then move your time indicator at the end of your clip and make it, I don't know, maybe 140, maybe 150. I don't do scale, so we're gonna see. So right now you have your first zoom. Congratulations, but hold on, something is wrong. Doesn't look as smooth, does it? So we want to fix that by just easing them. So select both keyframes, right click, and easy ease. Keyframe assistant and easy ease. Now this looks a little better, but again, it's not giving. So what we want to do next again is of course go to our graph editor, select your keyframes again, and go to your graph editor, and then click on your graph. Now it should look like this, and for example, I want it to go fast in the beginning, slow in the middle, and fast at the end. What I mean by that is I'm just gonna put this one up. You can copy that, you can copy my graph just like that. Okay, that's not bad, but it looks a little stiff. I'm just gonna fix my graph a little bit. You can also do it a little inwards like that. Let's see. Now that's much better. Okay, this is a zoom in. I would also make it 160. I just want to see how it would look, because I don't usually do that, but 160 would look a little better, I assume. Yes. Okay, that's perfect. So you guys see how it goes fast, slow, and then fast again. Yes. Okay, now this was for without the plugins, just because I don't know if you guys have the plugins. So next one we're gonna do with blur curves. Again, blur curves comes from the plugin Sapphire. So again, I'm gonna be linking the Discord server that I get my stuff from in the description. And if you guys have questions, you can always DM me on Discord. I'm gonna also be giving you my name, like the name is the same Tara VFX everywhere. So next is, again, we're gonna this time add blur curves. Add it to our clip and wait till it loads. Okay, so add a keyframe for Z-dist. Z-dist is for zooms, rotate for rotation, Shift X and Shift Y is for slides and up and down. Oh, and that's it basically. Okay, now add a keyframe for at the beginning for Z-dist. U on your keyboard to see your keyframes, and then go to the end of your clip and make it, I make it 0.45 just because I like it. I know it looks a lot, but don't worry. So again, you select both keyframes, F9 or like easy ease, just like that. Go to your graph editor, and it's the same graph basically. What I would do, oh, just like that. Let's see. Okay, it looks like this. I like how it looks, but of course for some people it can be a little stiff, depends on how you like it. If I wanted more stiff or like just like that, you can also do this. See, it stops like very harsh. Or if you wanted a little bit more loose, you can do this. Just play with your graphs, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, it depends how you like it, that's your edit after all. But yes. Okay, so guys, I think this was for the first time, for my first tutorial. I hope I did not mess up anything. I hope you guys liked it, and if you have questions, either like ask me in the comments or just DM me on Discord. Thank you so much for being here, and yes, see you, bye.